Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on STEAM in education. We will explore how science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics are transforming the educational landscape. In recent years, STEAM education has gained significant momentum as educators, policymakers, and we also know nowadays industries also recognize the need to equip students with interdisciplinary skills to thrive in the 21st century. By integrating the creative power of arts with the analytical rigor of STEM subjects, STEAM fosters critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and collaboration. Skills that are essential in today's rapidly evolving world. Throughout this session, we will discuss the importance of STEAM in preparing students for future workforce, innovative teaching strategies that bring STEAM to life in the classrooms, real world applications that demonstrate how STEAM bridges theory and practice, the role of technology and creativity in shaping the learning experience. This also we are going to discuss. So as an educator, if you're looking for new strategies to implement STEAM programs or simply curious about future of the education, this webinar will provide you with practical insights and inspiration. So let's dive in, educators, in the exciting world of STEAM and discover how it empowers students to become innovators, creators, and lifelong learners. So let's explore. So this, as you can see, the topic which you have chosen, that is integration of STEAM in education. So first thing comes is, what is STEAM? And how do we implement this? How do we incorporate this? So let's see. First question comes, dear educators, that why we are into this, why we have to do all this, why this exploration is this. So we know that our youth is our strength, and we know that India has the largest youth population of the world. So point here is, are they going in the right direction? Or say, what are the challenges they are facing? Like, they have the economic potential, of course, because can say the numbers are there, economic potential we see. Talking about the innovation and dynamism, that is, they are these youth, and our youth, we say, that is dynamic and innovative, because this is the age when they create, innovate, they are curious. So talking about the generation, which is the most tech savvy generation, they are actually born with the mobiles in their hand, right? And they are also, but the challenge, or you can say the limitation or the exploration, what is there, that they are all open to the competitions of the world. They also are facing this kind of challenge. So how do we make them ready? How do we prepare them for to face these global challenges? That's all we are going to discuss. So let's see. Wait a minute. So the thing is here, like as I mentioned, we are fast pacing towards the century, the future century. But the point here is, are they prepared? Is our youth prepared to face these challenges? Let's understand this. What challenges our youth is facing? Like the unemployment, which is becoming very rampant. talking about the underemployment. The skills are there, the degrees they get from so-called colleges, but then they do not get the jobs. Talking about the education quality disparity, that is the level of education they acquire, and if it is enough to actually fetch them job in the market. Talking about the job market saturation, that is the number of jobs which are available and number of jobs which are required, they do not match. Talking about the skill mismatch, that is, if they whatever they are actually required to have to get a certain job, they do not have the skills. So how do we make them ready for all this? Talking about brain drain, which is very popular, and we in our school times also have read about it, that children get the degrees from here in India and then shift to foreign countries because they get better pay packs over there. Talking about the digital divide, that in our country we have rural India, we have urban India, and the level of technology, the level of connectivity, which is not available, similar in a similar can say pattern. So that digital divide also our children, our youth has to face. So talking about all these challenges, let's see how we can take care of the jobs, or say in future what is the trend going to be. Like it says, this graph which I have taken up, it says that 50% of the current jobs are actually such where the STEM fields are there, but children are not equipped, they don't know all this. Talking about the university graduates, like how they are expected to do it. So that all these things are there which we have to take care. Talking about the new jobs which will be available in this STEAM and or STEM area is going to be 75%. That means that how we are going to take care of all this, right? So let's see the next. It says that STEM related industries or employment opportunities in the STEM related industry is going to increase every year. So what are the employers actually looking for? They're looking for analytical skills, they're looking for scientific skills, they're looking for mathematical and technical skills. So like for the school also, the smart choice becomes what? That when the children are there in the school, we actually prepare them accordingly, that when they are out of the school and when they actually join the colleges and afterwards, they actually know what STEM is, right? So this is going to provide like a kind of flexibility. It is also going to make them like a global a kind of student or a global person who is ready to take all the challenges, unknown challenges. We are actually, the challenges are always like they don't give notice to you that yes, this has to be faced. We have to be ready the minute it comes to us to face it and to actually come out of it with flying colors. So let's see. Talking about STEM, that is, we have to understand this. Like, what is STEM? It stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which are there, as you can see. They help us in creating, evaluating, analyzing. That is the highest level of, can say, the understanding, or highest level of the, you can say, that is the knowledge which the child gains. And at the lowest pedestal, as you can see, remembering and understanding has been kept, which was earlier the focus of education. But now what is important? Whatever knowledge, whatever concepts you actually take up, One has to be able to apply, one should be able to create, one should be able to evaluate and analyze. So, what comes along with this has been explained in the pyramid, which is given here. And as you can see, the pyramid also of a different shape, not the regular pyramid. It's upside down. So, check that why it has been done. Okay. So, let's move ahead and talk about this. So through STEM, children learn to do what? They learn to query. They learn to ask questions. They learn to work in teams. They learn to think new. They learn to innovate. They learn to solve problems. They also explore and they are able to take risks when they grow up. They also test the solutions, like whatever they have thought, they check if it is correct. And then they also decide if it is not correct, they are able to take decision to, okay, dump it and go for the new. So that is what taking risk is about. They are not waiting for others to tell what is to be done. So now talking about like how and when this became, the STEM actually became STEAM. That is, as I mentioned, it was STEM earlier, but now it has been evolved to become STEAM. So let's understand when this began and when this need was felt that it should be included in the education system. Let's see that. See here, first, talking about the creativity and innovation was recognized in 21st century. And the role of arts in fostering these skills became increasingly evident in this period only. So it was like STEAM stands for, like we have been saying, science, technology, engineering, and arts. That is, A for arts has been added and maths was already there. So now why this arts has been included? This is to actually take care of the creativity and the design thinking. Like even the machines, they are properly designed, which are soothing to the eyes, not only functional in their own state, but they have to be look good also. So who's going to do it? It is the person who has some creativity angle there, who has certain idea, can design the things. So likewise, arts has been introduced. So let's check the timeline. As we are going to implement, we should also be aware when all these process began. It was like early 2000s. That discussion on integrating art began. Okay. It was in 2006 that Georgette Yachtman actually evolved the term that we are saying as STEAM. 2011, it was like Rhode Island School of Design, which took the movement ahead. And 2013 onwards, wider acceptance has been there. And in the curriculum, it has been included. Now, talking about India, in India, the NEP 2023 actually talks a lot about STEAM education, right? That is when we say the holistic and integrated education, which is balanced curriculum, is also talking about STEAM a lot, where the discussion is that the child should be able to solve problems, a child should be able to think critically, child should be able to innovate. So these angles which have been taken care, it is all about when we are discussing actually STEAM. So key initiatives which have been taken care here are like curriculum integration, creativity, innovation, and very important part is that when we are including or say something new, or maybe it's like sharpening the knife further, which was already there. So teachers need to be trained in proper way how to take it up in the school or how to take it up in the classroom. So let's see. Talking about the implementation strategies for STEAM in NEP 2023, what our system says, are what the CBSE says. Let's check on that. They talk about experiential learning. That is, rather than rote memorization, the child should be doing, seeing the things, and then understanding the concept. Then talking about like ample usage of technology has to be there. That means even the teacher should be aware of the technology. They should be, we can say, very quick on technology, adapting the technology. And this is like collaboration and partnership, that is between the, can say, parents, the institution, and the teachers. The collaboration and partnership has to be in such a way that they perform to the optimum. So, talking next about the benefits of STEAM and impact on education. This is going to, as I mentioned earlier, see, this is going to develop amongst the children the skills which are going to help them solve problems. This is also going to help or encourage the holistic learning, holistic development of the child. This now prepares the student for diverse careers, right? And then talking about the innovation, like through now the CBSE is also very much emphasizing on interdisciplinary approaches. That is, why teach Hindi separate? Why teach English separate when English is also talking about clouds, the rain? So why not integrate the process or how the clouds form or how the rain occurs, the science also along with English? So it is up to the creativity and the ability of the teacher to integrate the subjects, the concepts, and give it to the children in a, you can say, one set. It should not be, it should not go separate. This is what the STEAM, or this is what the CBSE is trying to do. So talking about, that's very important when we are talking about adapting or including STEAM into the education. This is also requires, and this is also is going to help or lead to professional development for the teachers. For this, we need to discuss, we need to, can say, talk about collaborative projects where STEM and arts, that is STEAM, is being taken care. So, dear educators, as I mentioned, this will be in 2 sessions we are going to have. We'll come back in 15 minutes with the second link, but by the time I would expect, like whatever subjects you are taking, here I want the teachers to contribute, the educators to contribute. So how the STEM or the STEAM you can actually take care in your classrooms, just 30 seconds if you can contribute your experiences from the classroom where you are already implementing certain things. Okay, so we'll talk about it in the next session. So let's meet, and thank you so much for this. And by the time, I hope if somebody was left out from the group, will also join in the second session. So thank you very much. Let's meet.